What makes wealth dangerous is when you pursue it without God. But when wealth is the result of divine direction, when it comes as a reward for obedience, it carries no sorrow with it. It becomes a vessel of peace, not a burden of pride. God wants His children to prosper, not for vanity, but for visibility. How can the world believe in the power of God if His people walk in constant defeat? How can you speak of the abundance of heaven while living in scarcity on earth? No, my friend, God desires to make your life an example. He wants to raise you so high that people will know that it was not your skill, not your background, not your connections, but the hand of God that established you. When God uses wealth to introduce you to the world, it will not come gradually, it will come suddenly. You will move from obscurity to influence in a divine moment. That business that seemed insignificant will explode with blessings. That idea you almost gave up on will attract the attention of kings. That effort that everyone mocked will become the very thing that shifts your destiny. God is strategic. He is not random. Every hardship, every loss, every disappointment was preparing you to carry the weight of the blessing that is coming. The world honors results, but God honors faithfulness. You see, before He blesses your hands, He blesses your heart. Before He releases the wealth, He trains your character. Because if your spirit cannot handle the weight of wealth, it will break you. That is why some people receive money and lose their peace. But when God gives it, He gives it with wisdom, balance, and purpose. The wealth that comes from God never becomes an idol. It becomes an instrument. There is a difference between human wealth and divine wealth. Human wealth is noisy, proud, and temporary. Divine wealth is silent, stable, and eternal in impact. Human wealth builds ego. Divine wealth builds legacy. Human wealth fades when systems change, but divine wealth grows through every season because it is backed by the authority of heaven. When God gives wealth, it will multiply in your hands. Even when others fail, your storehouse will remain full because your source is not the economy, it is God. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. The seed you plant today will become the harvest that feeds nations tomorrow. God sees every hidden effort, every late night, every tear, every sacrifice. You may think no one is watching, but God is taking record. He will not forget your labor. One day, He will command wealth to locate you, not because you chased it, but because you are faithful in little. The wealth of the wicked will find its way into the hands of the righteous. And when it does, the world will see that God has the final say in who rises and who falls. The world is about to meet a new kind of wealthy person, the one whose wealth is not contaminated by pride, whose riches are not chained to greed, whose abundance does not make them arrogant. God is raising people who will carry wealth with humility, power with compassion, and authority with love. These are people who will not bow to money. Money will bow to them. Because when you are truly surrendered to God, wealth becomes your servant, not your master. When God uses wealth to introduce you to the world, your story will not make sense. People will ask how it happened so fast. They will try to trace your connections and find nothing. They will search your background and find no explanation. They will try to discredit you, but they will not succeed. Because no one can stop what God has ordained. You will become a living testimony of divine favor, a sign that God still lifts the humble and still crowns the faithful. Some of you have been hidden for too long. You have been faithful in private, consistent in prayer, generous even in lack. And God says, your time has come. He is about to bring you into visibility. He will use wealth as the language through which your purpose is announced. You will not need to introduce yourself. Your impact will introduce you. You will not need to beg for attention. Your fruit will speak for you. God is going to cause people in positions of power to notice you, to remember you, to favor you, not because of your resume, but because of His purpose. When God elevates you, do not be afraid of the attention. You are not rising for yourself. You are rising for His glory. You are a vessel of demonstration. The light of your success will not point to you. It will point to God. Every contract, every promotion, every open door is part of His strategy to magnify His greatness through your life. When people see your life, they should see the reflection of divine order, divine favor, and divine excellence. Wealth is not only about possession, it is about representation. You represent God when you handle wealth with discipline, wisdom, and compassion. Do not allow the fear of wealth to make you small. Some people think humility means poverty, but that is a lie. True humility is not in lack, it is in surrender. You can be wealthy and humble when you know that everything you have belongs to God. You can be powerful and peaceful when your heart is anchored in purpose. Wealth without purpose corrupts, but wealth under divine instruction transforms the world. When God gives you wealth, He gives you responsibility. He trusts you with influence so that through you, others can be blessed. You will feed the hungry, build the broken, empower the weak, and restore dignity to those who have been forgotten. This is why God wants you wealthy, not for vanity, but for impact. You are not called to survive. You are called to transform. You are not called to beg. You are called to build. You are not called to blend in. You are called to stand out. And the world will see. The world will hear. The world will know that there is a God who raises men from the dust and set them among princes. There is a God who can take a nobody and make them a symbol of prosperity. There is a God who blesses beyond calculation and increases beyond imagination. You may not have connections, but you have God. You may not have investors, but you have vision. You may not have recognition, but you have a destiny. And destiny, backed by divine favor, is more powerful than any earthly privilege. When the time comes, God will align people, events, and opportunities to showcase what He has placed within you. You will not have to chase doors. They will open on their own. You will not have to fight for your place. It will be prepared for you. When God decides to introduce you through wealth, the same people who once pitied you will come to learn from you. Those who laughed at your struggles will admire your results. Those who ignored your voice will now seek your counsel. It will not be by manipulation, it will be by manifestation. God Himself will validate you before the world. And He will not just bless you, He will establish you. There is a difference. A blessing can come and go, but establishment is permanent. God will not give you temporary increase. He will give you enduring prosperity. You will not just have money, you will have a meaning. You will not just have possessions, you will have peace. When wealth comes from God, it comes with wisdom to multiply it. You will not be a receiver, you will be a distributor. You will not hoard, you will release. You will not depend, you will dominate, because divine wealth is generational. It is designed to outlive you. It is not about what you own. It is about what you birth through obedience. When God chooses to use wealth to introduce you to the world, He is not just rewarding your labor, He is rewarding your faith. Many people work hard, yet they never rise. Many labor day and night, yet they never taste abundance. Why?